Hello, everyone. It's Jen here. Good morning, or good evening, or whatever. It's morning here, and I was just going to do a morning card read. I like to get up early before work and just have some time to think and chill. And I often pull cards, so I thought, I'm just going to pull some cards and might as well tape it, see what's going on. I'm hearing lyrics to a song, and part of it goes, return, return, return to all those what is it? Oh shit! To all those places, all them places that we learn. That's not the right. I can't remember the exact lyrics, but we do have Mercury in retrograde. We're in the shadow period. I don't freak out too much about Mercury in retrograde because we're what, like 3 months of the year we're in Mercury in retrograde, so it's something, I guess, kind of like anything we have to learn to deal with, to live with. Um, it's kind of like whenever I'm probably going to get some like Five of Swords or conflict cards or quote unquote negative cards that may come out. If you have like a visceral reaction to a card, that's an opportunity to say, okay, what is it about conflict that makes me cringe? Well, some people I do think love conflict, to be honest with you. They thrive off of that, like internet trolls and stuff. They just, for some reason, they like that. But a lot of us do not. And it's an opportunity to say, okay, why does that Five of Swords make me cringe inside? And what can I do then to build that quality in myself, or that ability to deal with conflict? That's where tarot can really help your personal growth. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is about work, teamwork. And boy, when we talk about, sorry, I don't know why we have conflict coming up, but when we have to work in a team, there are going to be differences of opinions and different ideas and different work styles. This is something that I find really interesting. If you do things like the Myers-Briggs test and understanding that not everyone approaches things the same way. I'm a double Sag. I need to know like the overall picture. I can't just be flooded with a ton of details at first. I can do the detail work, but I need to understand the overall plan and then drill down. More introverted, different personality types, they want the whole they want the whole plan ahead of time. They don't want to go into a meeting and hear about something and riff and brainstorm off the top of their head, and that makes them nuts, right? They need everything ahead of time. So just understanding how different people approach things differently and learn differently and think differently goes a long way to teamwork. And I know a lot of people cringe when you hear things like team building exercises, but when they're done in a way that you come from them, and that's why, again, I've done the Myers-Briggs, and I've come away really with a lot of interest, thought provoking, and practice changes. Um, some, not enough, but some. At least understand if maybe someone is a little bit isn't as enthused as I am, that doesn't necessarily mean they're against it or they're being difficult, but maybe it's going against the grain of how they view things. The Three of Pentacles, so this is also a card for me. There's usually, in the traditional tarot, three people in this card. So that's why it talks about teamwork, but it's also about, there's often someone like watching or admiring. So if you have some sort of service or hobby or artistic project or whatever your thing is, people may start taking notice. People may start reaching out for your services, your advice. You may have a marketable talent or wealth of information, body of information, body of, no, I'm saying body, but you have accumulated potentially a lot of knowledge and expertise in some area that you may be able to share, that you may not even realize you have. Hermit. Yeah, sometimes it is way easier to be alone, to work alone. There's less conflict. That's why sometimes I think, monks, oh, they're so spiritual and peaceful um, and just on a very superficial level. I think, yeah, if I was alone in a cave, there wouldn't be a whole lot of conflict because I wouldn't have to deal with anyone. But that's not usually the world we live in. But introspection and figuring out who you are and what your guiding principles are and what your philosophy is, and maintaining that. So if you are working in a group and you say my guiding principle is to be supportive and be a helpful person, to be a positive person, what, I'm just making this up. Do we walk the walk, I guess, is what's coming up. Do we walk the walk of what we say? So there's some self-reflection going on. I feel like you got, okay, now I'm just going to go with channeling instead of kind of telling you what the card means. I feel like there is a pause here. You're taking a step back, again, Mercury in retrograde, and kind of reviewing where you are. I think a lot of people are doing this because of the pandemic, but like, where am I? Is this the job I want to stay in for the rest of my fucking life? Is this where I want to live? Is this just a big reassessment? And what do I want out of this one precious life that goes by so fast? And what am I going to do about it? What actions I'm going to take? But the hermit is, you need that time to really go within. Not what do other people want? What does society say I should do? What's the pressure of my family, my significant other, whatever, my upbringing? What do I want? And this is, some people don't want to take real responsibility and do this soul searching, because if you're always sort of doing what someone else wants, you can kind of take your hands off the wheel and say, hey, of responsibility, hey, I can't because I have to do what my wife says, what my husband says, what my parents say, whatever. And it sort of absolves you from responsibility of taking of for how your life is going. It's a different way to look at that. And with it comes, responsibility. Big cards. Justice, Libra. So Virgo is Hermit. Justice. Truth coming out. Balance. Some of you may be contemplating a divorce. Some of you may be contemplating legal action, breaking a contract, entering into a contract. Something about, it could be, we have this, again, the pentacles at the bottom. So this could revolve around work as well. The Justice card, though, it can be karma, but it is about balance. It brings things back into balance. So wherever you are feeling out of balance in your life, what are you really doing that soul searching about? What is off? and being honest. The justice card is being open and honest about it, having honest, open communications about what is really going on inside. Because it's shocking how even people we're close to, I feel like we kind of assume people think along the same lines that we do. They have the same thought process, the same wants, needs, and desires, that we just assume even people we're married to think the same way. We're going in the same direction. And sometimes, again, not everyone's honest about it or really understands what they're, or can verbalize what they truly want. I was talking about this in someone's reading, and I think I got a comment, you talk about yourself too much, but they can go fuck themselves. How I was wanting to just sort of channel or just write out what I want. And I have such a hard time doing that. And part of me is like, what if someone reads this? No one's going to read this. My 15-year-old son could give a fuck what he's not going to snoop through my notebooks and read. He doesn't give a shit about me like that. It's just not, he's not, he just doesn't care. He's a wonderful person. Why? He just doesn't care. So that's my subconscious, I don't know what it is, denying, like, why can't I write down what I truly want? Why can't I write down, yeah, I would like love? Why is that fit? Because it feels vulnerable. So really being able to go inside, really own what you truly want, and writing it down, because when things are written down, that you're more likely to follow them when they're tangible, when they're, you know what I'm saying? It makes them more real. And that's why, if you ever, I mean, this happened, I remember at work we had this computer system, and everyone was saying it was, I won't bore you with the details, but it's called Part 11 compliant. It's a federal, an FDA regulation. And everyone kept saying, yeah, it is, yeah, it is, yeah, it is. Well, I need some sort of statement in writing. All of a sudden, not crickets. Because when I asked for that to be put in writing, and they're like, oh, wait, I'm putting this in writing, let's go double check, they realized it wasn't. So that could be something too. Make sure you get things in writing, well documented. Don't just assume, just don't go by word of mouth. Document, document, document. But I think for personal growth, which is what I have come to learn, I love the predictive aspect and the magical aspect and the fun aspect of tarot. But what I found is it's truly a way of self-discovery and self-exploration and self-improvement. So writing things down and will make you more accountable to yourself, which is really the only person that it matters. It's like being a good teammate to yourself. Oh, I like that. Damn. King of Pentacles. This is like, I don't know what's going on astrologically, but this is some, it's serious. It's kind of a serious tone to the read, but I feel like it's profound though. Like there's a big change coming, and I think you're feeling this, and with the Hermit really contemplating this, going within and whether you realize it or not, preparing for this big shift. The King of Pentacles is a mature earth sign, and that means that they are methodical. They're slow and steady, wins the race. They do what they say. Like, they take action. They're more they find value not in the thinking, but in the doing and the being able to show for it. Now, that, on the other hand, the negative side of that is you can accumulate all this wealth. Like, he's showing off his wealth, right? He's showing off his pentacle. But that has to be balanced too with the soul, with the inside. Because in some ways, I feel like he's like, yeah, look at all that I have. Look at all this stuff. And as he gets older, he's like, but shit, I'm alone. Where's my where's the quality of life? Where are the relationships? Where are the real things that matter? Why do I feel empty? So getting that quality of life into making sure there's quality there, not just paying the bills and the grind of work. Work life balance, we have justice. Oh, okay, right in the middle of these two, we have the spiritual, soulful, um, why am I here? How am I going to live my life? What's my philosophy? How am I going to approach every day? How am I going to interact and treat people in the world versus I have my house, I have my car, I have my money in the bank, I have my things to show for it. And the justice is the balance between those two things. We can have both. We have to be our own best teammate and work together within ourselves as much as with other people on the outside, because we all have different aspects of ourselves that deserve attention and need to be nurtured and honored and developed and supported. Oh, damn, I kind of like that. I'm pretty deep shit today. Okay, so that's my read for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great day whenever you're seeing this, or night, or whatever. Please like, share, and subscribe. Take care.